Hey guys, so I was looking on YouTube and I came across Brady Bissett's video of shooting a car scene at night, and I wanted to create something similar but add my own twist to it. Here's what we did and here's how we achieved it. So to start, we're using the SmallRig RC120B. This is a 120 watt light with 52,800 lux of output. This thing is bright. We're also using a couple of GVM light panels from this kit that I think was about 200 bucks on Amazon. And then we're also using the Viltrox K60 tube lights. And then we've got some light stands and a C-stand, just some general support equipment like that. So to set everything up, here's what the shot looks like without any lights. Here's what it looks like with lights, and here's how we got there. First, we wanted to make sure that the subject was going to be backlit. So what we did is we put a tungsten colored light, I think this was about 2800 Kelvin, put one of the light panels from the GVM kit to backlight my subject and have that shine through the car and reflect off of some of the car interior. And then we threw the RC120B up on a C-stand, shone that down through into the car, and put a 5-in-1 photography reflector just right in front of that to diffuse the light. And it looks pretty good. We also had it at a little bit of an angle to make sure that she was still being backlit in the car. And the reflector added a nice soft quality of light so that it wasn't going to be as harsh as our other backlight. Because we wanted to create two very different types of light with complementary color. One that was going to be a lot harder with a lot more shadows and a lot more reflectivity, and the other one that was going to be a lot softer with a lot more wrap. Now this light, like I said, it's super bright. The RC120B, we only had it at about 20% intensity, and this thing was just blasting through the night. Like when we turned it up to 100%, it was just way too bright, so we had to dim it down back to about 20. And then to add a little bit more pop of color into the scene, we took another one of the GVM lights, put the barn doors on and opened them up just a little bit and pointed it at her face from the front of the car, just so we could add that little bit of color into the shot. But even with that, there was still something missing. So what we did is we took one of the Viltrox K60s and we put this grid on it to direct the light so it wouldn't be spilling all over the interior. Set that, I think it was about 10 or 15% intensity. Stuck that in the car, kind of a janky, awkward position, but it worked. And so that's our lighting setup. And so one by one, we've got our backlight, our fill light, our little pop of color, and then just a little bit of fill on the inside of the car with that Viltrox light. All this was shot in the Canon C100 Mark II with a Sigma 18-35 at f1.8. I think we shot this at about 28mm to stick right between medium and tight so that we'd get that feeling like we're in the car with the subject. As far as the color grade for this project goes, here's what the log footage looked like compared to the color grade. I just added a little bit of contrast, played around with the white balance, and split it right between the 2800 Kelvin highlight and the 5600 coming from the RC120B. Just adding a little bit of contrast, playing around with the exposure, and then adding one of my LUTs to make sure that we got those colors right where we wanted them to be. And if you're interested in learning how to color grade, I have an entire course on Skillshare where you can learn to color grade and create film looks just like this one. So there you guys have it, my process for creating that outdoor nighttime scene with a car. Just borrowing some techniques from Brady and then learning some new stuff on the way. If you guys enjoyed this, go ahead and subscribe, like this video, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.